This proves that Bruno Fernandes is the problem at Manchester United. Now, Rasmus Højlund, right, played at Man United, was transferred from Atalanta to Man United for around 71 million, and he started off great, then he kind of fell off. Fans didn't back him no more. Now he is on loan at Napoli. Now, at Napoli, this man who was rejected from Man United, not good enough from Man United, right? Basically goes to Napoli. Now he has Kevin De Bruyne, who left Man City to Napoli as well, right? They even have other Man United rejects over there, like Scott McTominay as well. Basically, they're out there in Italy. Last season, Napoli ends up winning the league with Man United reject Lukaku at striker. Now they have Rasmus Højlund. Now, Kevin De Bruyne came out on an interview and said, I think Rasmus is growing a lot and is very similar to Haaland. Getting put in the same category as Erling Haaland is amazing. Erling Haaland, season 1 at Man City with De Bruyne, broke the record for most goals in a season. Wins the treble. First ever Champions League for Man City, right? And that was just year 1 with De Bruyne, right? And they said they both like to attack the depth. Højlund comes to play the ball towards us more. He needs to attack the space a lot because he can score and give us that big hand. So he's basically saying, at Man United, Højlund was used to coming in and having to get involved by checking in a lot, but we want him to attack spaces over the top. We want him to make runs. I will give him service. This ain't Man United, mate. This ain't Bruno Fernandes. This is Kevin De Bruyne. Arguably one of the best center attacking mids we've ever seen in Premier League history. Not even Premier League history. In global football history, he is one of the best. You have to give it to him. Now, De Bruyne's like, he's coming into my space. I know at Man United to get involved, you have to come in and get the ball. No. We need you making runs because we're going to give you creativity. We're going to give you balls, everything. Let me take care of that. That's literally his only critique on Højlund, who was not good enough for Man United. Apparently, Sesko was better. And I said when the Sesko transfer happened, you can check the videos. You can check, everything. I said, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, we will compare Sesko and Højlund's numbers, and Højlund will have way better numbers in Napoli than Sesko because these two strikers are very similar, but one's playing with Kevin De Bruyne and the other one's playing with Bruno Fernandes. Simple as that. So, now, he even comes out and Højlund is like, wow, now I see why Haaland scored so many goals with De Bruyne because the balls that are being played to Højlund and these goal scoring opportunities were not being given to him when he was at Man United. And that's because who is the creative guy for Man United? That is Bruno Fernandes. And people are going to want to sack the manager again. They're going to want to, change the manager. But I've always said you've got to change Bruno Fernandes. You've got to change the players. Because you check out all the players that have been at Man United, right? They've outlasted so many managers. Bruno Fernandes has gone through 4 or 5 Man United managers already. If they get rid of Amorim, bring in Glasner, it's another manager. And it doesn't make sense no more. Because it's the same players with the same results. And you're just sacking the manager, hoping some change will happen. But it doesn't happen. These players have been here through so many sackings that you have to almost wonder, maybe it's the actual players. Maybe. Because look at Bruno Fernandes' track record with forwards from Man United. Højlund failed with Bruno Fernandes. Rashford played with Bruno Fernandes and was deemed not good enough, right? Now, Højlund goes to Napoli. He's killing it with De Bruyne. Rashford is playing with Barcelona. His midfield, he went from, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Ugarte, and Menu to Pedri, Gavi, De Jong, Fermin Lopez, Danny Olmo. Like, my man got blessed overnight from mediocre midfield to world-class midfield. And now look at him. He's man of the match against Newcastle. He's tearing it up with Barcelona when he gets the opportunity. He looks great, but these players are the ones deemed not good enough for 14th place Man United, but are playing for the top teams in Italy, the top teams in Spain, and they're tearing it up. And you know what is the common factor, the common denominator? It's Bruno Fernandes, and I've said this multiple times. Bruno Fernandes has been the cancer at Man United. He's been with so many managers, so many players, and he's the one that stays, and the changes don't happen. And that's because you have to, you basically have to get rid of a problem. You got to decapitate the problem, and or you got to decapitate the head. Sorry, that's what they say. And the head honcho at Man United right now with the players is Bruno Fernandes. He's the captain. He's the one moaning. He's the one that isn't happy he's playing a different role. He's the one that doesn't want to play a deeper role. He's the one crying on the pitch. He's the one, because he is the captain of the club, and he's been the captain for many years, and he's been an absolute disgrace to Man United. An absolute disgrace, because there's no way you've gone from having Roy Keane as your captain to Bruno Fernandes. And that's why the club went from treble winning 1999 to 14th place Man United in Big 2025. That's why, because it comes from the leader of the locker room. And who is that? It's Bruno Fernandes. He's the leader on the pitch. He's the image of Man United players. And you see him moaning around on the pitch when he's on the pitch. And when he's in the locker, all you hear in the locker room, all you hear is him unhappy, him wanting change, him wanting this. There's been so much change throughout your Man United career, Bruno Fernandes. And we've yet to see you actually accomplish something great. You know what? You got an FA Cup? Wow, mate. Now you're a success? Now you can't even get into the top half of the table. You're moving like Everton. When they look up, I've said this multiple times, when they look up the worst Man United team ever and they look at the captain, it's you, my man. It's you. Absolutely. And they have to get rid of him. And they have to bring in new seniority. Simple as that. New leadership. But yeah, anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Do you think Bruno Fernandes is the problem at Man United, or is it everyone else apparently? But anyways, thank you guys for watching.